when I was a undergrad student, I thought I learned about Buddhism. Subsequently, I realized I didn't learn about Buddhism. But what I was told, it sounded to me like a really crazy idea of a religion. The Four Noble Truths, they said of Buddha, was the first noble truth, all life is suffering. And I thought about that, and I thought, when I'm eating an ice cream sundae, if that's suffering, bring it on, baby. So I said, okay, maybe I misunderstood it. So what's the second noble truth? Well, it said, second noble truth is the cause of suffering is desire. Well, okay, I thought. And then the third noble truth was you can get rid of the suffering by getting rid of its cause, desire. I thought, whoa, wait a minute. That means like I have a headache, and so I can get rid of the pain, the suffering, cut off my head. And that just didn't seem like a very plausible kind of religion. So I just rejected it and didn't think anything more about it. Well, years later, I got a copy of a first early version of this book, Buddhism Made Plain, from Antony Fernando. And I didn't read it for a while, but that winter we had a whole series of blizzards. And so I read through all of my whodunits, and I was looking for something to read. I picked this book up, started to read it, and I thought, wow, this is what Buddhism is. It made sense. First of all, the suffering wasn't something that, like eating ice cream. Suffering was meaning that everything is changing. That's a principle that wasn't told to me. Now, of course, I know that from nuclear physics. Everything is changing. And okay. And the second noble truth, it's not desire is what causes this suffering. The term is, in Sanskrit, really means grasping, trying to hold on to something. Well, if something is changing, you can't hold on to it. Of course, I would say the best translation of that Sanskrit word, dukkha is the Sanskrit, isn't suffering. It's something like frustration. When you try to grab something, which is that second word, the second rule, tanha is the Sanskrit word, it's not desire, it's grabbing, holding on to. Well, it's like trying to grab the mountain stream with your hand. It just runs between your fingers. The result is dukkha, or frustration. That made sense. So that's why I got involved with working with Antony on this book on Buddhism Made Plain.